wonder what kind of shitty thing I did to deserve such an awful best friend. Or maybe what terrible thing I'm going to do and get punished for in advance. Maybe I'm just like preemptively the worst fucking piece of trash who ever lived and don't even know it yet.
Yes, that's right. We're going to do a lip sync animation. Hi, my name is Austin, and as you saw at the beginning of this video, today I'm going to give a little tutorial about animating and lip syncing in After Effects, which is pretty unique. It's not often used, but still very important to learn if you want to do some animation, since it is very handy. So yeah, to start off, I'll let you listen to a little clip of what it exactly is that we're going to animate it on.
But I mean, man, this feels so motherfucking unnatural and shit. You just gotta be going with what feels right, and where your heart's up in, you know? Best friend.
Now, of course, this looks a little bit bland when the character that's supposed to say it isn't actually talking or doesn't have any mouth movement. And that's exactly where the animation part comes in. I'll be explaining this step by step, which I'll be starting with right now and making a new composition. After I made the composition, I'm going to search each mouse shape that is supposed to represent a certain kind of letter or pronouncement, and then place it into the composition and continue until my list is done. When I'm done with placing all the different mouse shapes, select all the layers and I press Alt plus close bracket to reduce them to just one frame. After that I go to Animation, Keyframe Assistant and Sequence Layers. This way all the different layers and mouse shapes will be spread out evenly over the whole sequence. Once all the frames are spread evenly, I make sure that my work area is about the same size as my last frame. This will require just a little bit of time to do it right, but as you can see in the video, you can follow how I'm doing it. And this is very helpful because it cuts away all the excess time that you have left in the sequence that you don't need. Once you're done with these steps, you can go back to your other composition and place the composition that you just made with all the mouse shapes on top of all the other layers that you created. Of course, you can then adjust the mouse shape as you wish it to be on the character that you have chosen or have made. When you're done with adjusting, you can go ahead to the Effects Control tab, then you choose Effects, Expression Controls and Slider Control. The next step is to go to Layer, Time and enable time remapping. Once you've done that, you press Alt and you click on the little stopwatch icon. When you pick it to the slider, you can enter a little bit of code, which you do need. I will provide this code in the description below so you can follow along if it gets hard to see what I'm exactly typing. To make sure that we can use all the mouse shapes, we changed the value from 100 to 12, which is exactly the amount of mouse shapes that I have. Once I've done this step, I can go through the slider and just choose the mouse shape that I need. So the last part of this tutorial is actually just keyframing the whole sequence with each shape of the mouth that you need for that period of time in the voice sequence. Please do keep in mind that it's about how the words are pronounced and not how the words are written. When you're editing this, please keep this in mind. It's a struggle for everyone who just starts out. I'll be talking to you guys after I'm done editing this with the end result. Well, after quite some time, I did finish my little bit of a project and I got him to talk. Do keep in mind that this is a time-consuming process and this is not as neat as it's supposed to be. If you can notice any difference in the video, it's because one is a lot neater done than the other one. Because this is a tutorial and this is more the purpose of some basics. You can push this a lot further than it is. But yeah, this will be the end of my video. I hope you liked the tutorial and I want to close it off with the end result. Have a good one. Bye bye.
But I mean, man, this feels so motherfucking unnatural and shit. You just gotta be going with what feels right, and where your heart's up in, you know? Best friend.
I wonder what kind of shitty thing I did to deserve such an awful best friend. Or maybe what terrible thing I'm going to do and get punished for in advance. Maybe I'm just like preemptively the worst fucking piece of trash who ever lived and don't even know it yet.